biggest difference between coming in last year and now approaching year 2?
I would say just the different situations that I was in last year, and knowing that I can be in those situations again and know what sort of right shot I need to take this time around. If I didn't like a shot last year, I can sort of think, okay, well, I went left last year on this specific punt. Maybe this time I'd go right, and I'd probably feel better about it. So it's really just the sort of that sort of like coverage and background information that really helps, and then also the mental like notes that I've taken in games as well that I can use next season.
What are some of those notes that you've taken that you can divulge, right?
Yeah, so like even in like windy situations, like okay, look, I need to kick it out. I know I have to kick it out, or even in like a tough situation, like an end of game punt, I know that I need to get it as far as I can away from the like field goal range. So those sort, like a good example would be Nebraska, like that last punt needed to get it out of in good field position, and just having those sort of experiences in the back of my head going into the season is sort of what I feel like I've done well.
Reading between the lines, it seemed like, at least in the spring game, that you feel a lot more comfortable. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. Yeah. Just that sort of feeling that, all right, yeah, look, first season's under the way, it's under the belt. Like I know I can take all these experiences and use it to my advantage this next year. So it's really just the confidence of knowing, all right, yeah, I can do this. Like this is what I do. So that's just a different sort of confidence and self-belief that I've sort of taken on.
When you talk about putting it in a different spot or what have you, is control something that you've worked on this year as far as like where you want to put the ball and stuff like that?
Yeah. Last year, most of my punts were walk straight, like not directional. So big challenge for me this year is definitely going to be, all right, I need to put this outside the numbers and help my net yardage, help for less returns. So I had 2 returns last year for a touchdown. Don't want that happening again, obviously. So, trying to work my line because it's obviously going to help in the end with location in terms of like in the NFL. Like it's a big thing. So it's really good to make sure I can do it really early and build upon it. Yeah.
Maybe a bit of a redundant question, but I guess how do you prevent those returns for touchdowns? How can you help prevent those situations?
So it can be technical, like if I hit a ball that comes off the side of my foot and it goes into the middle of the field, like that's not good. So it's really making sure I've got my right technique, my right line to sort of stay within a shoot and finish towards where I want the ball to go. So it's really like sort of technical, but it's also sort of making sure that I'm comfortable kicking towards like the left numbers or the right numbers. So it's gotten better. Like today was a good. Like I felt really comfortable out there. The left, I don't like kicking left as much as I do kicking right, but okay. I'm trying to make sure I'm confident in everything. So,
sure. Why not?
It's really a visual thing. Okay. Like right is just I know the ball is going to turn over to the right. So my line isn't as sharp to the numbers, whereas in the left hash, the ball naturally spirals, turns over and goes right, so it's a little bit more awkward aiming towards the boundary more on the left hash because you've really got to make sort of adjustment on how that ball turns over. So I'm almost like angled more towards the sideline. So it's really just that sort of back of the head thought, like, I can't kick this out of bounds because that's going to create a short field position. So it's just that different sort of visual angle of being on the left hash. But I can't let that get in my head. I've got to believe that I can do it. So, but we've all us punters have preferences. So, yeah.
How's the transition been with a new long snapper, 2 long snappers that maybe you haven't worked with as much?
Yeah, look, they're both very capable at being the starting guy this year. So I think we haven't really had a live practice where they've been in a live environment. So I think that'll sort of be the tell sign for which guy I want. And I don't think it's fair, to judge them on just like without a live period. So we'll wait and see how the camp goes with them. But at the moment, they're both doing a really good job. So we'll see.
Coach Wood said that solid is like a dirty word in your guys' room.
Oh, yeah.
How do they like pass that down from older guys to younger guys when you get here?
I actually ripped the solid today. But look, it's really just, I really don't really know what the deal is with the solid. Like, I don't think I've used it too many times. I think it might have been a Tory thing, but yeah, look, it's just like an inside joke, really. Like, Coach Woods would be looking at a punt and be like, "Oh yeah, that was solid," just like as a joke. So it's really just, I don't think it's that big of a deal where we need to like pass it down to new guys, but yeah, it's really just an inside joke at this point.